Our hearts are heavy today and our prayers are with the Perry community. This strikes at the heart of everything that we hold dear. This senseless tragedy has shaken our entire state to the core, and I want this community to know that every Iowan stands with you.
This video contains discussions about true crime, which may include topics such as violence, assault, and other distressing incidents. Viewer discretion is advised. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or has been affected by any of the subjects discussed, please consider seeking help and support from a mental health professional or a trusted individual. We thank you for tuning into Vantage. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell for more content.
This morning, tragedy struck Iowa, at Perry Middle and High School, when a student came to school armed with a shotgun and a pistol. With a 6th grade student left deceased, a few students and a member of faculty personnel injured, the investigation into this unfortunate turn of events is just beginning to unfold.
It's impossible to understand why anything like this happens, but again I want you to know that we'll work tirelessly to get the answers so that we can prevent it from happening again. I want to take a moment this afternoon to recognize the immediate and courageous response of local law enforcement today and the incredible coordination between local police, first responders, the Dallas County Sheriff's Office, the Iowa State Patrol, DCI, ATF, and the FBI, and multiple healthcare providers.
According to a report from APnews.com, a 17-year-old opened fire at a small-town Iowa high school on the first day of school after the winter break, killing a 6th grader and wounding 5 others Thursday as students barricaded in offices, ducked into classrooms and fled in panic. The suspect, a student at the school in Perry, died of what investigators believe is a self-inflicted gunshot injury, an Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation official said. Authorities said one of the 5 people wounded was an administrator, and later identified as Perry High School principal Dan Marburger by an eastern Iowa school district, where he graduated from high school. Authorities identified the shooter as Dylan Butler, 17, and provided no information about a possible motive.
I had the opportunity a few moments ago to speak with some of the officers involved, and in a situation like this, as we all know, every minute counts. In their heroic actions today, we can say saved lives. The response was tremendous, and we're extremely grateful. The full resources of the state government will be available to assist in the response and, of course, the community's recovery from this tragic event. The mental health region has social workers that are embedded in the school district and will provide counseling services for the students, the families, and the staff. As you all know, this is an ongoing investigation, so law enforcement will brief you only on what they can at this time, and they will provide additional information as it becomes available.
Authorities said the shooter had a pump-action shotgun and a small-caliber handgun. Mitch Mortvedt, the State Investigation Division's assistant director, said during a news conference that authorities also found a pretty rudimentary improvised explosive device and rendered it safe. The suspect's motive is being investigated and authorities are looking into a number of social media posts he made around the time of the shooting, Mortvedt added. All of the shootings occurred inside the high school, but he said other students from other grades may have been there for a breakfast program.
My name is Mitch Mortvedt. I'm an assistant director with the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation. At 7:37 a.m., on January 4th, 2024, the Perry Police Department responded to an active shooter event at Perry High School. Meanwhile, Dallas County Communications was also receiving multiple 911 calls of an active shooter at the high school. Perry police officers responded within minutes. They immediately made entry and witnessed students and faculty either sheltering in place or running from the school. Once inside, they located multiple individuals with gunshot wounds. Officers immediately attempted to locate the source of the threat and quickly found what appeared to be the shooter with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. As additional officers responded, a systematic search of the school took place. Officers located, during the search of the school, an improvised explosive device. The State Fire Marshal and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms rendered the device safe.
Perry High School senior Ava Augustus said she was awaiting a counselor in a school office when she heard 3 shots. Unable to flee through a small window, she and others barricaded the door and were ready to throw things if necessary. And then we hear, "He's down. You can go out," Augustus said through tears. "And I run and you can just see glass everywhere, blood on the floor. I get to my car and they're taking a girl out of the auditorium who had been shot in her leg." 3 gunshot victims were taken by ambulance to Iowa Methodist Medical Center in Des Moines, a spokesperson said. Some other patients were transported to a second hospital in Des Moines, a spokesperson for Mercy One Des Moines Medical Center confirmed. declining to comment on the number of patients or their status. Mortvet said one person was in critical condition, but the injuries did not appear to be life-threatening. The other victims were stable, he said.
Numerous officers from multiple agencies were able to secure the school and verify no additional threats. At the same time, first responders were rendering aid to the victims, who were later transported to area hospitals. The shooter has been identified as 17-year-old Dylan Butler, a student at Perry High School. Butler was armed with a pump-action shotgun and a small-caliber handgun. Butler also made a number of social media posts in and around the time of the shooting. Law enforcement is working to secure those pieces of evidence. All evidence thus far suggests that Butler acted alone. There are 6 victims, one of them who is deceased. That individual was a 6th grade student at Perry Middle School. The other 5 are being treated at area hospitals. 4 of the surviving victims are students, and the 5th is a school administrator. The law enforcement response was swift and immediate. Roughly 150 officers from local, state, and federal agencies responded within the hour. The investigation in today's tragedy is ongoing. The Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation is serving as the lead investigative agency with assistance from the Perry Police Department, the Dallas County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, the ATF, and the Dallas County Attorney's Office.
Our thoughts and best wishes go out to the state of Iowa and everyone involved in this unforeseen tragedy.